Hey, what's going on, guys? How are your meatballs? Today we received 2 brand new teasers for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies DLC 3, Malware Toten. Both the Wonder Weapon and presumably a buildable item were released by Treyarch today via a blueprint, so we're going to be talking about all that and more, how these things could potentially work, what they may look like in-game, and stuff like that. On the note, definitely make sure if you are excited for Malware Toten to drop this video a thumbs up, as well as make sure you are subscribed to the channel. This way you don't miss any and every Malware Toten and just in general Call of Duty Zombies video. 97% of you that watch my videos over the last 3 months are not subscribed, so definitely make sure you hit that sub button, turn on those notifications, and join the Meatball Army to be a part of the eliteness. Whether it's the elite zombies guides and the 1-minute Easter egg recap guides, or any of the other elite guides, whether it's informational videos, rumors, leaks, breakdowns, whatever it may be, I got you guys covered for anything and everything Call of Duty Zombies. You already know that. And yeah, also leave a comment down below letting me know how excited you are for this brand new Wonder Weapon in Malware Toten. So on a scale of 1, not really excited, or to a scale of 10, really excited, regardless, before you even see it, how excited are you to get a new Wonder Weapon inside of Malware Toten? Let me know down below in the comment section. On that note, now let's talk about what we have here. Also, by the way, just check out the previous videos. We talked about Mule Kick and how I think that could work, the different tiers. Talked about some of you guys' comments from the live stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/JOEYMAGS123, where I stream every single day. Always Zombies, of course. We had a big discussion about that, and also in another video I talked to you guys about all the teasers from Malware Toten. It was a Call of Duty July update. Black Ops 4 going free, the Call of Duty Vanguard, which is the Call of Duty releasing in just a few months, the alpha for that you guys will be able to play soon, and just stuff like that. But anyways, now moving into the video, the Wonder Weapon from Malware Toten. So we see here a blueprint, and we have a lot of different arrows and a lot of different weapons, and now let's talk about this. So let's look. It says on the very top left-hand corner of the screen, CRBRS, Conversion Ready Binary Repeater Standard. Containment and Security Division, Officer of Requiem, DSNT. So the Conversion Ready Binary Repeater. This Wonder Weapon could potentially be what we've been seeing leaked for a decent amount of time now. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what the leaks have said, or what's just some leaked stuff in the past. There's been leaked gameplay showing off of some kind of device that attaches to weapons, and I mean, we don't really know exactly how it worked. That's the thing, because it was leaked and it was in the game early and people found a way to use it, and it was like attached to an XM4, and basically how it worked was that it had different abilities of the bosses in Cold War Zombies. Whether or not this was a troll or actually this Wonder Weapon in specific, or another one in the future, who knows, but like literally it had the mimic, sorry, not the mimic, the mangler, its cannon effect. It had the mimic, the way it blasts stuff out, and it had those types of effects incorporated into a Wonder Weapon. Now, don't forget, within this map, it's possible that we could emulate that, because there's some kind of gas explosion or something like that going on the map, just for the what's it called, for the Megaton, that is, right? That's the boss from Die Machina. If you think about it like that, it's possible we could extract gas from the map and somehow use that as ammo in some kind of way. Who knows, right? I'm just talking about some different ways that this could potentially work. But in general, the way that leaked weapon worked was that, or the leaked attachment, whatever it may be, was that it shot out different variants of the boss attacks. So the mangler, its cannon thing, and then the thing from Die Machina, I get so confused because everything starts with an M, and the Megaton from Die Machina, it shot out that. So that was that. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think I can show you guys gameplay of it right now because that's unreleased content. But either way, I don't know if that's exactly what this Wonder Weapon is going to be. Either way, we see though that this is apparently some kind of attachment. Now, we don't know if this right here even is its own weapon. If we look at it, it does look like its own Wonder Weapon. It doesn't look like any, I mean, I could be wrong about this. Obviously, it could just be, you know, it could be a regular weapon in the game. But it does look like, from the top few pictures with just the pistols, that it's not on anything in specific, right? It's not on any single weapon. It's not an attachment for a weapon. Maybe because it's so advanced, it looks like that, but it actually is an attachment for a weapon. But to me, it looks like, almost in one of the top right pictures, it looks almost like a Ray Gun Mark III on one end, and I don't know, like it's a lot to take in for sure. And then on the bottom we have like almost an assault rifle type of weapon. It looks like a weapon that you'd almost charge in a way, and that would kind of shoot out a big burst. But let's okay, so I read you the name of the weapon. Let's read through this now that we talked about the leaked Wonder Weapon and what we are assuming to be the Wonder Weapon for this map, but we have no idea if it actually is going to be. But let's now talk about what the text says, and then we'll go through all the images and the phases, and we'll talk about how this could all work potentially. So in the middle of the screen, you see it says fully automatic handgun fires lethal energy blast. Copycat companion sphere provides synchronized support fire. So again, fully automatic handgun fires lethal energy blast. So it's an automatic handgun. That's at least one of the Wonder Weapons. Then we have crosses through 3 or 4 other different texts on the screen. So who the hell knows what exactly the deal with this is, right? So now let's go back. We have Copycat companion sphere provides synchronized support fire. Now we're not exactly sure what that means. Is that hinting some kind of double tap ability in, obviously not for the weapon itself, but just for, who knows, maybe it is, right? But we'll talk about that in a second. But is that, saying that each weapon, copies each bullet copies itself and shoots 2 bullets at a time, and that's why it's a fully automatic handgun or something like that, right? And then just on that note, who knows, maybe by some stretch of the imagination, which guys, I highly doubt. This isn't me saying that this is going to happen. I think this is a wide stretch. It's just me throwing a bunch of different ideas out there while also combining practical things that I think could happen. But this that's one that's way out there. Instead of adding a double tap into the game, which again, who knows, maybe it'll even be incorporated into Mule Kick, but regardless of that, right? Instead of adding double tap into the game with Malware or Toten, imagine that this is actually an attachment you add to your weapon, and it is what makes the weapon shoot faster. It is your kind of double tap in a sense, and maybe it increases the firepower on the weapon. Maybe it makes the weapon almost be elemental in a way, but and increases the damage of it. Now again, I don't think that'll ever be the case at all with this weapon. It looks like its own unique weapon, like I said earlier in the video, but just a crazy idea to throw out there. Not saying I even want that to be the case. I just like throwing out crazy ideas. I think crazy and wacky ideas are fun to look at in zombies, even if they're unrealistic. Not to say that we should expect them, but I still think they're fun to at least think about. But on that note, yeah, this does look like a brand new, it is obviously a brand new wonder weapon, but it looks like a brand new kind of shell altogether. I mean, in the top right, once again, it looks similar to a ray gun Mark III, but even then, if you look at it, it looks like that those are kind of like Tesla coils in a way, or that it could even shoot out some kind of ray off the tip of that gun. And if you look at all the text, obviously it's all crossed out, so we have no idea what it says. We have no idea if that's a different variant of the same weapon. We have no idea if even the gun on the bottom is a variant of the same weapon. For all we know, we can go from the weapon on the very left to the weapon on the bottom, and even if we look at it, right, if we look at the weapon itself, there's an arrow pointing down towards the bottom of it that shows the full weapon right there. So who knows, maybe there's these different variants. Let's start out from the top, right? We have the top with that little, it looks like either a barrel thing or an attachment that attaches to this weapon. So maybe we may have that base weapon, right? And then we have to attach that to the weapon. Who knows, maybe that converts it to the first thing that we see on the right hand corner, on the top right corner of the screen. So with the little Tesla coils thing, that looks like the second or the left hand of the ray gun Mark II, or sorry, of the ray gun Mark III from Gorod Krovi, the GKZ-45 Mark III, right? Kind of looks like that a little bit. So we put this barrel thing on the gun, and that converts it to whatever the next form, and then we have another version of it somehow that we get that makes it look like the ray gun Mark III from Gorod Krovi, however it may be, right? Then we have another version of this thing that's a little bit longer that looks like it has another attachment on top of that, and then there's again another arrow pointing down towards the weapon. And if you actually look like it does look like the same kind of layout. Like it kind of does. I mean, the only thing that looks similar is honestly the grip, but to be honest, it will probably be some different version of the same wonder weapon. I really don't know what to make of this wonder weapon. We're going to talk to you about the buildable thing, whatever the other thing is, in a second right now, but I just wanted to show you guys this and speculate about what the hell could be going on here, because to be honest, nobody has any idea what's going on. I definitely don't, and I don't think you guys do either until we have actual, something from Treyarch telling us. But I mean, yeah, at one point we have a pistol. It even says fully automatic, or sorry, handgun. It fires lethal energy blast, so it sounds something like a ray gun, right? Something similar to a ray gun. And we even have some kind of copycat companion sphere that provides synchronized support fire. So who knows, maybe at some point they'll be dual wield, like maybe that's why it says synchronized. Who the hell friggin' knows? It doesn't make much sense, but I'm just throwing out a bunch of different ideas. I wanted to show you guys the different phases and the blueprint just in general for this weapon, and just talk about it, and again remind you that there is a lot of things crossed out, and who knows, maybe even tomorrow, if we don't get the trailer from Malware or Toten, which I do think we are, and if we don't, then it will be Thursday, I think, without a doubt, because the map's going to be releasing next week on Wednesday or Thursday. But regardless, I think if we don't get a trailer tomorrow, we'll definitely have whatever else is in this image revealed to us. We don't exactly know what is going on in this image. It's hard to piece together because we have the one barrel piece, or the one attachment on the left hand side. It looks like it goes on the weapon, right? But when it's on the weapon looks different in a different way. I don't know. It's very confusing. But either way, this is the blueprint for the weapon. They always release stuff like this. It may be different variants, or it may even be different phases for the weapon. Like, the stabs, for example, how you go through the different phases of the upgrade quest. Who knows? Maybe it would be some kind of different upgrade quest to ultimately get a stronger version of this weapon, right? Or even think to Infinite Warfare Zombies and Attack of the Radioactive Thing. If you played that map, DLC 3, you got the base DIE, and then you were able to unlock different attachments for it and continue to add those attachments to the weapon. So the weapon didn't really do much different. It just got a lot more powerful, able to be charged up more, and you were able to get unlimited ammo on the map like that. Who knows? Maybe they'll provide, I know we have the ammo boxes, but who knows? Maybe they'll provide unlimited ammo for the wonder weapon in a different way. Again, not saying I want this to happen, not saying it's likely to happen, just throwing out a bunch of different ideas for you guys that I think could potentially be real things. But on a real note, who knows? It could literally just be a wonder weapon weapon in different phases. The one that we saw in the leaked gameplay from months ago that was initially leaked with Outbreak with just the different boss effects, right? On that note, let's move to the next teaser from Treyarch earlier today. And by the way, Treyarch tweeted this out with hashtag #MalwareToten. Get ready for some new toys. Obviously teasing us that was the wonder weapon. But the very next teaser from Treyarch, and you may be asking, why did they release 2 teasers in one day? They usually don't do this. Well, yesterday was a bank holiday. Everything was closed. The stock market was closed. It was a 3-day weekend. If you had school, well, there's no school. But, you know, if it was during a school year, for example, or during the school year, you wouldn't have school on this type of day, right? So that's why. So they did 2 today instead of just 1. But anyways, the next tweet from Treyarch says, time to get tackled. Hashtag #MalwareToten. And we have here on the top left-hand corner of the screen, it says the LT53 Casimir prototype Exoscientific Phenomena Omega. And there's actually a note on it. Colonel, found this in Peck's lab. Did you know about this? We could repurpose as a weapon. I will keep a sharper eye on Peck. He is up to something. Okay, so really cool there. We have some storyline information tied directly in with this weapon, which is really awesome. On the bottom, we also see the LT53 Casimir temporarily opens a portal to the Dark Ether using technology developed from, of course, it doesn't say the name. It's blanked out. The LT53 absorbs objects in a small radius and teleports them. Co-developed with, and it doesn't say the name. And this is very, very interesting, and you may be asking why, right? Well, this literally sounds exactly like a GERSH. It even looks very similar to a GERSH device, and to be honest with you, it probably is, just with a different name. And you see on the side, well, who knows? Maybe it's not. Who knows how it's going to actually work? But on the left-hand side, there's even an activation button for it, right? But the reason why I say it sounds so similar to a GERSH device, well, it temporarily opens a portal to the Dark Ether. Obviously, a GERSH device didn't do that, right? But a GERSH device, if you just threw it down, you ran into it, it would teleport you to a different spot in the map, which is interesting in itself. And it also is used to absorb, it says it right here, it absorbs objects in a small radius and teleports them, right? So it says objects, so it doesn't have to just be humans, right? That's not really the point of the GERSH device either. If you think about, I believe it's the Moon Easter egg, the GERSH device is used within the Moon Easter egg to suck some stuff up. I could be wrong about that. I've done it once, but somebody did it for me, believe it or not. I was not around at that point in time, but still, this was used for Easter egg quests, and who knows, maybe this will be directly incorporated into the Easter egg quest, and I'd be willing to bet that it is, and who knows, maybe this would be the buildable, right? It would make a lot of sense. Even think about the ether, what is it? Not the ether meter. I forgot what it's called in D Machina. It's literally the only buildable item on the bench. You build it in the particle accelerator room, in the pack munch room. The ether scope is what it's called. We built that, and we had access to more portals and things like that, right? And that was just one buildable. Now, maybe, again, this is just me assuming that this isn't going to be a box thing or something like that, but what if we actually build this weapon, right, in the map, and we're able to throw it down at some point in the Easter egg? That'll give us access to the Dark Ether. And who knows, maybe at some point in the Easter egg, we'll have to teleport to the Dark Ether, and this is our way to get there to do an Easter egg step in the Dark Ether. For all we know, that could be the case. And, you know, maybe it will be exactly like a GERSH device, in that we could also use it to teleport around the map quicker, almost like in Anywhere But Here from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 zombies, right? Maybe we can use it to teleport around the map. Maybe we can use it to suck some stuff up for the Easter egg. Who knows? Maybe we have to use it to suck some stuff up and then go into the Dark Ether and use, you know, who the heck knows what the deal with it is going to be. Who knows how it's going to recharge? There's an activation button on the side. Who knows exactly how that's going to work? I just wanted to speculate about a bunch of different things. To be honest with you, I think this is the most interesting of the 2 teasers we got today, just because it's more familiar than anything else, right? We have the GERSH device, and this seems to be heavily, at least, based off of the GERSH device, but now it's taking it a step further with the whole Dark Ether theme and the Dark Ether, and just the knowledge of the Dark Ether and stuff like that. It could be a really, really awesome contraption that we have access to inside of MalwareToten DLC 3. But yeah, on that note, I today in this video showed you guys, by the way, if you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe. As I said, 97% of you that watch these videos over the last 3 months are not subscribed, so please subscribe. We're on our grind to 100,000 subscribers, because you guys are absolute goats. But anyways, we saw the Wonder Weapon teaser. I showed you that earlier in the video, and we see the weird different phases of this weapon. Whether or not it is the same weapon, who knows? Whether it is different weapon variants, who knows? Whether it is different versions of the boss's attacks, who the heck knows? But we see these different phases of the Wonder Weapon. One of them even looks like an AR. It's a little bit, or something, to be honest with you, it looks like something that would charge up, that you'd hold the trigger down and charge up, and then you'd shoot one big blast at something, and it would be like the size of an AR bullet. One of them's an automatic handgun, right? Who the hell knows exactly how this is going to work? Who knows if this is even the same weapon? If this is different, again, different phases of a weapon, different variants of a weapon. We're going to have to wait and see, but I wanted to take these 2 teasers that Treyarch released today and really talk to you guys about them. We also talked about the MalwareToten trailer and when you can kind of expect that. I already talked to you guys about that in previous videos, and I think tomorrow could be the day that we either get another juicy, obviously the trailer, or just another juicy teaser later like these. Either way, well, honestly, if we don't get a trailer tomorrow, I think we're gonna get the mule kick tiers. But on that note, I appreciate you guys coming out to the video. Take care of your meatballs, my friends. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I've been wishing for some better days. Could you listen? No one, can you stay?